Hey, uh, raising in the chat is 6 o'clock.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to prayer vigil. It's so nice to see everyone again this morning. And as always, let's start this morning by greeting our true parents and heavenly parent. 전진 참부님께 경배. 바로. Right now, let's recite the family pledge. 가정 맹세 2. 천일국 주인, 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 교자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. Our family, the Order of Chanelguk, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and True Parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. Great. Now, for opening prayer, may I ask either Yoko or the Burns couple. Would you mind one of you mind praying for us this morning? Hello.
Hello, Heavenly Parent. Thank you for True Father. Thank you for True Mother. Mr. and Mrs. Sacrifice. They will give all. True Mother on this earth now is a complete determination. You, for True Father, me, for everyone who's here, for every person on this earth. How lucky we are. How lucky we are. We're grateful to True Parents for taking this on. When I've always thought of True Father and True Mother, I've thought of them as chosen, but I've also thought of them as choosing. They chose to do it. They chose the impossible mission. I guess we call it Mission Impossible. Seems like having to indemnify history, sinful history. So we're so grateful. What a time to be born. What a time to be alive. God gave us good brains to follow. And so grateful every single day. I thank you. Pray our name, Bruce Yoko Burns, bless Central Family. Jew.
Aju. Thank you. Thank you for your prayer. And now we're going to go into our stretches for this morning. Again, like yesterday, let's try to touch our toes. Or we can reach up first, stretch, and then go all the way down. Exhale, touch your toes. I can't really touch my toes, so try to touch your toes. It's good for your legs, good for your back. Okay, now come up, straighten your back. Let's roll our shoulders, you want to, you can roll your neck too. The other way. All right, let's bring our arms over our head or behind us. You can tilt to the side too, get a nice stretch in your side. And the other side. All right. Okay, if you're standing, or you can just go side to side. But if you're sitting, you can, just do a static stretch. So just, you can be a little more still. You can reach, look towards the back of the room. And keep your back straight too. On the other side. Nice. You can do whatever stretch you feel is good, whatever you need this morning. I feel like my neck needs it more. All right. All right, now we are ready to start. So, let's go into our breakouts now to share our gratitude, and we'll see you here in a few minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sharing your gratitude. So now, I'd like to call on Mr. Tyndall Baines, if you could share your gratitude this morning with everyone.
Good morning, everybody. Um, what crossed my mind this morning was the fact that I was remembering what we talked about yesterday, the vision that our true father, true mother and true father had for creating the little angels out of nothing when there was no resources, something impossible almost, or unrealistic out of the blue. And it made me think, or making me think about our Heavenly Parent who had that vision of our true parents and created something out of nothing, and I was just sharing that it's something that I want to aspire to more, to follow my whatever dream I may have, and to strive to create something out of nothing, you know. So that was my takeaway, my not takeaway, but my gratitude and my inspiration this morning. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a very big theme with true parents, create something out of nothing. So thank you for sharing that. And now I'd like to invite up the main speaker for today, Dr. Michael Kiley, for his comments on the Mother of Peace and for the Mother of Peace reading.
Good morning. Please join me in reading the Mother of Peace. The Little Angels' first performance in the fall of 1965 was at a concert for former U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, a place made famous by President Lincoln's address honoring those who died at the turning point of the American Civil War. This was the start of the Little Angels' travel to showcase Korea's beautiful culture. After that concert, President Eisenhower reminisced about his 1952 visit to Korea and praised the dance troupe highly. It's as if heaven's angels have come down to earth, he said with a gentle smile. It was very bold for this novice group to give its first public performance before a former American president. Even singers and dancers who were well known in their own countries did not impress audiences in the United States. But I was not worried at all. Children singing is innocence itself, and I knew from experience that innocent children create harmony, peace and harmony. Starting with the performance at Gettysburg, the Little Angels brought joy everywhere they went. They performed in many venues in the United States. When they began Korean songs such as Springtime in My Hometown or Arirang, people's brows at first would wrinkle due to their unfamiliarity. Then they would close their eyes and listen. Finally, they would be moved to tears. When the little angels danced, the little bride and groom in their traditional Korean costumes, people would follow along with the beat and respond with heartfelt applause. When a dancer wearing traditional Korean white socks would raise her feet in the air, representing the elegant and beautiful curves found in Korean art, Westerners were delighted. Even without uttering a single sound, the little angels conveyed our tradition and beauty. They toured the world as ambassadors of Korean culture. displaying a youthful energy, purity, and happiness for which Western audiences were longing. Share my screen. By the way, I really appreciated Tyndall's uh, sharing about the little angels um, being created out of nothing in Catholic theology. What is it? Creation ex nihilo, from nothing. And uh, it really was Dr. Pock, who was the main person to accompany the little angels, to guide the little angels on their tours, ended up creating all kinds of debt, which they had a terrible time afterwards paying, but they finally found a donor. But he really went into serious debt in order to have the little angels tour America and the world. We don't know that story very well, but it's uh, quite a story. Let me share my screen if I may. All right, at the end of our reading today, True Mother spoke about the little angels being ambassadors of peace and of Korean culture, and displaying a youthful energy, purity, and happiness from which Western audiences, which they were longing for. And they actually, the little angels were, I think, one of the keys in presenting in America and elsewhere the Korean culture in such a way that it became popular. And this was on a website that described the Korean peninsula. Korean wave washes, and the Korean phenomenon. The Korean wave washes over America. And Hallyu, Korean wave, refers to the popular diffusion of South Korea's colorful and dynamic culture across the world. This is not one of us writing. This is a description of a writer, a cultural writer on the internet. The massive K-pop and BTS has been selling out U.S. stadiums. The widespread enthusiasm for all things Korean has found its way to college campuses. Enrollment in Korean language courses nationwide has rose 78% from 2009 to 2016. Korean pop music movies and dramas have become incredibly popular throughout the U.S. According to Keiko Moore, MSU Denver professor. So I'd like to share some excerpts from a description Dr. Pak gave. At that time, we called him Colonel Pak, but now he's Dr. Pak. So this is some of the things he said about the development of the Little Angels and the impact that they had. The Little Angels Dance Troupe was founded in 1962 by true parents. Since then, they have gone on numerous world tours and visited almost every corner of the globe. They were awarded the Gold Medal for promoting the global position of the Republic of Korea. It is amazing how popular this, just a minute. How popular this children's dance troupe has been with audiences all around the world, accomplishing things with cultural diplomacy that state diplomacy could not. Over the past several decades, the Little Angels have become the face of Korea both in name and in fact. Go to another image here. It was the true parents who foresaw that such a troop could bring wonderful results and took the initiative to found it. The role of the troop would be to let the world know about Korea's rich tradition in both dance and music. I was moved by True Parents' deep patriotism and desire to restore Korea's image in the world. But with children, I asked True Parents, are you sure you want me to take a group of runny-nosed children and put them on stages around the world? True Parents' reply was very inspiring. True Father said, children symbolize peace. All the people of the world love children. Children can transcend differences of race, religion, and ideology. Jesus said, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. And Isaiah said, and a little child shall lead them. The purity and honesty of the children is what the world needs. They're not after money or glory. They're not caught up in relations with the opposite sex. They just dance and have fun. They are the best symbol of the kingdom of heaven. No one can express Korea's love of peace better than our children. I have accompanied the little angels on tour around the world for the past 30 some years, and I have seen again and again that True Parents prophesied correctly. There has been no place in the world where the little angels were not welcomed with open arms. These young angels truly have been the messengers of peace. We discovered that the little angels possess incredible power, the power of love and beauty. They have been able to break down every barrier. No one has been able to keep their hearts from melting. The little angels were invited to the White House, and I looked for pictures with President Nixon and couldn't find any that were labeled as such, but I thought this guy really looked like Nixon. You see his jowls, a squarish face. So at any rate, this may be a picture, but I'm not.
It is him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little angels were invited to the White House many times. President Richard Nixon invited them to perform at a state dinner held in honor of British Prime Minister Edward Heath. All the dignitaries present were spellbound by the children's playfulness, their singing, and their dancing. They completely upstaged the main attraction of the evening. Queen Elizabeth II invited the little angels for a command performance. Afterward, all members of the troupe were invited to a royal reception. This was unprecedented. After this, the little angels were flooded with invitations from heads of state and royal families of European countries, including the Soviet Union. Through the USSR and though the USSR and Korea had not yet established diplomatic relations, Soviet First Lady Raisa Gorbachev invited the little angels to Moscow for a historic and packed performance. During more than 3 decades of world tours, the little angels have performed in 67 countries. There are more than 3,000 stage performances and more than 300 television performances have substantially raised the world's community's respect for Korea and its culture. In 1967, the Little Angels performed at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. At the finale, the audience of journalists and other media people were wild with applause and cheers. Afterwards, Mrs. David Leroy, I couldn't find a picture of her, wife of the president of the National Press Club, came backstage and said, as she wiped the tears from her eyes, if I were rich, I would devote all my wealth to sending the little angels around the world 7 times. Then our world would become a world of peace. I have seen many people weep when they see our pure and beautiful young angels. Their original nature is stimulated, and tears of joy well up from deep within them. Tears. They are getting the taste of the kingdom of heaven. The power of the little angels is the power of natural beauty, purity, and love, a power that builds rather than destroys. On September 20th, 1965, after flying halfway around the world, the little angels visited former President Dwight D. Eisenhower, represented here, the honorary chairman of the KCFF. That's the Korean Culture and Freedom Foundation that Dr. Pak founded with several other diplomats. The Little Angels' first performance on American soil took place in the garden of the Eisenhower residence in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. President Eisenhower applauded and smiled his famous Ike smile throughout the performance. At the end, he praised the children, saying, "The angels in heaven are in big trouble because of you angels from Korea. The angels in heaven are going to have to work hard to keep up with you." The little angels performed in a number of cities around the country and created a sensation. Two Parents' judgment had been correct. The reason the children were so popular everywhere they went was that they were undefiled girls and boys. Actually, the boys were very few, between the ages of 8 and 15, both the boys and the girls. Once they got on stage, however, they demonstrated total mastery of their repertoire. And they really were a professional team. Those of you who may remember, who've heard the Little Angels, uh, they're quite an impressive little impressive troupe. And I remember seeing being at some of their performances and then being outside afterwards when they packed up and loaded the buses. They were all carrying stuff, and I think within a half hour they had completely packed up all their equipment, and they had lots of equipment. As you saw the drums in one of the first images there, there was lots to carry out, and they did it in about a half an hour, and were on their way to the next venue. So this is an amazing creation of Two Parents that I think has really helped all of us and helped the world to appreciate the foundation for the kingdom of heaven, that is Korean culture. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for such insightful reflections and yeah, so much information that many of us are not aware of. So thank you so much. And yeah, now we'll go into our breakouts where we'll share our reflections with one another. And hopefully, yeah, you can have a good time talking to each other. Thank you everyone for sharing. I enjoyed my breakout room, and I'd like to call on Miss Hiroko Hiroi to share your reflection, with everyone.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much, Dr. Kylie's insight. Very helpful to understand more about little angels, and that's what I want to say. And also, today's, art, like singing and dancing, and, these are something beyond truth or word. Of course, this performance, behind the truth, that's why people can inspire that. That's very, yeah, powerful, very powerful. And also, today's reading, elegant and beautiful. It's really True Mother symbolize this element as a daughter of a heavenly parent. Yeah, True Mother's life is battling, I think, to advance and complete heavenly mission. Like a soldier, I think, spiritually. But Mother always looks so elegant and beautiful. So we really want to inherit that element of heavenly parents. That's how I felt. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, very simple. I think, God's heart is expressed through little angels and traditional art. So yeah, thank you for sharing that too. And now I'm going to give the attention to Pastor Giacchino at our Country One for announcements and our prayer.
Good morning. Good morning. I have one announcement today. Mhm. Okay. Uh, so the True Mother or IHQ sent, want to know, especially, they need more pay attention the caring for the breast children. So this is a letter come from the IHQ. As you know, True Mother's main focus is how we can share the blessing and the family establish God's lineage on earth by having healthy, happy, blessed families. The care of even the youngest children is very important. That's why True Mother established the Hyojon Nuri service and personally chooses the theme of every month. Part of our work is knowing who these second and third generation breast children are. True Mother has asked to know about the numbers of breast children who are being born in each country at this time. Therefore, IHQ has asked us to compile a list of all the breast children who were born in the years 2020 to 2023 and ongoing. So this includes the children of couples who received the cosmic blessing, as well as HTN couple who completed the 3-day ceremony. We need to gather this information and submit it to Korea by January 23, 2024, today. So we are urgently requesting all the pastors to fill out this form. Okay, so please, if you know any young couple, the children, they were born uh, between 2020 to 2023, just please let them know. And the pastor knows the detail, how to report. So please communicate with the young families, especially young families sometimes don't know about the church information. So please spread this one. And today is a deadline. Okay, So please join me prayer. Heavenly Parent, we call you Heavenly Parent. You are waiting for long time. You are waiting for to unite first true parents. And you want to become changing trampoline, heaven, earth, humankind, all together oneness. That was your dream. And starting to become changing trampoline, you love all children, sharing true love, spreading true love and true lineage to the world. Long time, we even don't know who you are, God. We only see partial of you, God. Even 2,000 ago, 2,000 years ago, Jesus came. First time he said, he called you Father, my Father. How much you feel love and joy. First time of your son, your children, call you Father. How much the joyful moment, God, you felt. That's why you love Jesus so much. Even he had a risk of life. But he called you my Father. And he's sharing, this is not only my Father, you are also the all of you. God is your Father. That's why, like God is a perfect, you shall be perfect. Because God is your Father. True Father inherited the heart of the Jesus. Then he continued to call him Father. Even he described that is masculinity and femininity, harmonious union. But something still missing. That is a motherly side of God. That's why how precious true mother proclaim, sharing heavenly parent. Now you understand who I am. Now you know what is my heart. God, how much you appreciate true father, true mother, standing as a begotten daughter. We all truly appreciate true mother. You are the mother of humankind. I pray report this, my name, Atsushi, and Namiko Takino Breast Central Family.
Achu. Now let's go into our unison prayer. Please feel free to unmute. Let's pray.
Heavenly parents, thank you so much. Pray, most beloved heavenly parents, make our attendance to true parents. We can take the condition. We can take the conditions for to be we can meet restored ancestor. They already we pray
You can
that
be
we
able
would
to
represent our
in our
you
heart,
can be able to
because
be a
we
part
are
of
can
the
be
family
expressed
soon, Heavenly
and
Parents.
strive to
also
realize your original ideal of creation,
To fulfill
building the kingdom of heaven on
not
earth,
just here on earth, also in the
and
spirit.
also in the spiritual.
Guide our brothers and sisters, the
We
children,
as families
remember us
understand your
need
hearts,
to be
remember us
truly in harmony,
be able to
for
strive
unite
today.
our hearts together
The message is still love.
in our journey towards
We are
fulfillment of
Thank you so
your
much.
God,
creation.
heavenly
It's a
parents,
great opportunity
to see the
that we
parents
This
just
God does not
present
realize
and thank you
from the
for the
very
many
beginning. We thank you
condition our ancestors
for
their heart and
so
all
in order that we
the
can stand on your
connection
foundation
with
that
our
you
family
laid,
members who join
our
and
Heavenly
follow
Father.
our
praise
beloved true
all the
parents,
daily.
and also for all the saints and
We
sages,
pray that even little thing
By
the foundation for
by
God parents to be
everyone,
this earth. So
very much.
we pray that
Give us
the unity of
the so good in
all our blessed central families,
sisters
so that we can contribute
that we
for the realization of the
present
kingdom of heaven
and this
on
power
earth and also in the spiritual.
thank you so much, Heavenly Parents.
very much.
We want to offer this to you, this
Yes,
morning's prayer. In whose
Also,
name it is written.
for the disponibility of brothers and read
forgive us, Heavenly Parents.
reading
Guide us
so we
always.
can understand and be connected to you, Father. Heavenly
Thank you so
Parents,
much.
guide us in brothers and sisters in
Adieu. All right. Thank you, everyone, for offering your devotion. And yeah, thank you for another day of Tension One Prayer Vigil. And I'll see you back again tomorrow for another call. Goodbye. Thank you.
Yeah, Jen. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you,
Highly.
Pastor Naokimi.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very
And
much.
Thank you, sister.
everybody.
Thank you, sister.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Eugene.
Thank you,
Ako
Yejin.
na ni Dr.
Dr. Ang.
Okay.
Have a
Closing.
great day. Thank you.
Bye.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, Sajat.